nose. Touch your thigh. Reach for the sky. Yeah. Alright. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Alright. What's up? What's good? What's good? Happy Friday, y'all. We are back.
Hey,
Did you miss us? Did you guys miss us? Because we missed you.
You fucking better say you missed us.
You guys, we have been gone for like, it seems forever.
Forever.
It was only, what, a week? A week.
1 week?
1 week. And that's it.
No, was it?
Yeah, we only missed one Friday. I know.
But we're still adjusting to going from 2 times a week to 1.
I know,
So
like-
it feels like a whole year has passed.
I know. It's like took us all away from them. It went
It's-
from
yeah.
twice a week to like nothing.
Yes.
So we're back, and I'm sorry. Blame me. But can I just tell you the reason we missed it is because we had a red carpet event to do with the Latinx Station, which we killed it, by the way.
Yes,
It was amazing. A movie premiere. Red carpet. Oh, loaded already. Hi, girl. So
give me a second.
let me just tell you guys that our guest, which I'm about to introduce, brought us some fizzy drinks. It's cannabis infused sparkling water, and it's 10 milligrams. And we only took a few sips, but apparently you weren't kidding when you said you get high quick, girl.
Oh, really?
Because that shit is like instant. Like you just took a sip and you heard it. But you know what? Let me go ahead and introduce my guests who are laughing in the background. This is the amazing Danny and B from Said Connects. I'll give them a round of applause for that. Woo woo.
Thank you.
And welcome, Danny. You guys are going to be our newest show added to the TGN Latinx station starting October 18th. How are y'all feeling?
Good, man. We're definitely excited. Definitely excited.
Yeah.
Oh, you get that? You got to get the mic closer to you, B. I know this is your first time on the mic, but yeah, let's go. Let's let the people hear you. What's going on? How are you feeling right now? I know earlier you said you were a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good?
Better get right, B, because we're gonna be doing it. We're ready in 2 weeks.
Y'all be fine. Let me finish this real quick. Okay, tell us about this drink really quick so the people know more information about it.
Yeah. So the fizz here, it's made out of Oakland. Good friend of mine. Shout out to Jessie and her. She's one of the first social equity applicants, Latina owner.
Ooh.
She owns.
This is Latino owned?
Latina owned.
Latinx owned.
yes.
Okay.
Out of Oakland, manufacturing license, distribution license, cultivation license, and so she manufactures this drink along with about 10 other drinks.
And it's really good. It's really refreshing. It's light. This is a grapefruit flavor. And sometimes grapefruit can be really like sometimes like acid. What's the word I'm looking for? Acidy? Is that word? No, acidic. Tart. I don't know what
Acidic,
I'm. Apparently, I'm like high right now too. But it's not like grapefruit. And I like grapefruit, but this is you can barely taste it. Like the taste is there, but it's like not that sour. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And it's good. I like it.
Yeah, and one of the flavors actually won an award for the Emerald Cup. This most recently. Yeah. So
what does that mean? The Emerald Cup.
The Emerald. It's a big tournament that's out for within the cannabis world, and so a lot of brands would then put their products up for competition.
Okay.
And yeah, so this was one of them
that's dope. We're going to learn a lot about the cannabis world today. Like that's today's show because I don't know nothing about it. As I was saying earlier, I'm a lightweight when it comes to cannabis. I'm building my tolerance now. Thanks to Danny for sure. I was telling him he's giving me some pre-rolls. But yeah, we're going to definitely talk about all of that and talk more information. And literally, I'm going to be asking you questions like from somebody that doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So if people are your pros when it comes to cannabis, or maybe you guys are newbies when it comes to it, or just not knowledgeable, or just had a really bad trip and now your whole experience with weed is that. And we're gonna share our stories, our first times, edibles, everything, because I got some stories and I know Lodi got stories. Add today's to your list.
Girl,
you
I just finished wiping down Jax's chair and
my leg, my arm, everything.
Girl, your leg too.
I'm just kidding. She was rubbing all up on me under the table. Y'all didn't see that, but it's okay. But yeah, you guys, I'm excited for tonight's episode. And you are going to be coming on Monday. Tell them what time your show is going to be at, and I love this.
Yeah, so our show we started on October 18th on Mondays at 4:20 p.m.
4:20. Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean,
You can't forget that.
exactly. Hello. Hello.
But we're definitely gonna talk more about and it's funny because I know that in the past I've called it CED Connects,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's said Connects.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna clarify that today because
Yeah,
I know
said.
I've said CED Connects before, and I heard your show the other day. You're like, is it CED or SEDS?
Yeah.
But it is said Connects, you guys,
Yeah.
and we're gonna talk about all that, how you started in that, and just we're gonna get a little history on you as well as B and your journey and how you guys came together and all of that.
Yeah.
But we got to start the show with some cheese, y'all.
Yes.
Some cheese. But before we start the cheese, we have a big announcement to do.
Oh,
Lore?
we're doing that early. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Yes. I don't even have none of my songs lined up right now, but we do have a big announcement, you guys. Ooh, okay.
I like that one.
Okay, that one was good. I like that one. All right. Let that finish.
Oh, yeah.
The big announcement,
Rolling Thunder.
The big announcement. And I wanted to do it early because I like, I sometimes I listen to shows and I'm like, dang, when are they gonna announce this? When are they gonna announce it? And I was like, I'm gonna announce it in the very beginning of the show because you guys are here, you're listening, you're joining us live, and I want you guys to know because you guys have been rocking with us. But so the big announcement, you guys, this is episode 198 with our special guests, Danny and B. But we're 2 episodes away from hitting our 200th episode. And
what?
I know.
One more time, baby. 200
episodes. And a lot of the people behind the scenes have really been in my ear about because you know me, I'm very low key. I mean, I love having the radio show, but I'm very low key. And they have been like, you got to do a big thing. It's a big celebration, and it is. Like anybody,
sure.
When's the last time you've done something for 200 times consistently, right? Besides use the bathroom and eat and sleep, nothing. You know what I mean?
If you don't have a contract, you're not doing anything for 200
exactly. And so I finally decided to go ahead, and the big announcement is Ladies Night has been on air for about 3 years and has never ever done a live audience public event. We did one private event during quarantine, but we've never ever done a live audience show. So this is going to happen. In 2 weeks, you guys can come and watch Ladies Night Radio Show live in person, you guys. So yes, we're gonna make this happen. We tried with the clap. I don't know. I was gonna do a fast one, and then I was like, I don't know what happened there. But we're gonna be able to. You guys are gonna see us live in person. I'm taking this show on the road, and we're gonna be in front of you guys on a stage, spotlights and all. And we're gonna give you guys more information this week. But I definitely wanted to announce it with my day ones who've been rocking with us, who are always in the chat, who be listening to us. We're gonna go live, you guys, and I want all of you to come because all of you have been rocking with us since the very beginning. And I want to see your beautiful faces in the audience.
Yes. So, listen, even if you just started rocking with us 2 weeks ago, fucking come through. Bring your friends, bring your hoes, bring everybody.
Wow, bring your hoes. Bring the Sanchos, the Sanchas.
Just no violence. No violence.
No violence. Yeah, so I'm excited, you guys. I'm really nervous, excited because you would think that I would not have stage fright, but I still get stage fright. You know what I mean? As soon as the eyes, everybody's looking at me, I'm like, But, I'm just going to really go up there and do what I love, which is doing radio, bringing entertainment, making people laugh, smile, even if it's at my expense, laugh at me. I don't care. But you know what I mean? I just want to bring that. That's what I wanted to start Ladies Night. Obviously, to have a show for the ladies that shows a show for empowerment, entertainment, and just kind of hanging with your girls. Your girls are going to motivate you, empower you, but also you're going to have a good time when you have with your girls.
Good ass time.
And we're going to bring that vibe to you guys live. So October 22nd.
It's happening, guys.
It is happening. So October 22nd.
And we have so much love in the chat. We had Senor Twill is here.
Hey.
He says, en vivo. Arlene, what's up, girl? She says, I'm there.
Yes.
Yes, baby. the baddest says las mujeres en vivo, las mamazotas en vivo.
Oh,
yes.
You guys are getting me so hype. I'm not even kidding.
Twill says, I need a ladies' night shirt.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm going to probably be selling merch that night too. So just be ready. Bring the money. We'll do Venmo as well. But yeah, you guys, this is like a big deal. Like I know there's so many people who do a live audience, but Ladies Night has never done a live audience. Never. And I don't know when the next one's going to be. So y'all better come and enjoy this one. Okay.
Yes.
Depending on how this show goes, I may or may not be doing more in the future. But you guys got to come out and check it out. It's going to be such a great event. Good vibes, good times. And I'm just going to be up there entertaining you guys and being up there for an hour. So.
I love it. The baddest says, you're going to be all right, Jackie.
Oh, no, I know. Because I'm going to have all of you beautiful people there. But trust me, I'm going to still be nervous. But we're not going to tell nobody. When we get there, we're going to act like Jackie's not nervous. She's fine. She's fine.
Good, you know, just what? It's the old trick. Just imagine everybody naked.
Or y'all just come naked.
You know? Oh, I'm down for that. Arlene says, I love you, girls. Looking forward to seeing you there, Arlene.
Yes. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm gonna see all of your beautiful faces. But all right, well, let's get into tonight's Chisme, you guys. Y'all know you love some Chisme, so let's get that started. Oh, you like that, Danny?
Yeah.
Danny, can you dance? You can dance something? You can dance? Okay.
You should go to Las Citas on
Thursday night. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. You know what's funny? I've never been there. But I know about it. I've seen it. It's because I think it's a drive, right? Where is it? In Koreatown or?
No, it's in downtown, First and Hill.
Okay, but maybe it's not a drive then. What is my tripping? I don't know why I thought it was in East LA or something.
I've never been there, and I live right by there.
Oh, we got to go then. We got to go.
I mean, Thursdays are my kids' night, so that's why.
Wait, they also play Bad Bunny, right? Like that night? Is that reggaeton too?
Thursday nights typically was cumbia nights.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. We gotta go to see that.
Okay.
Just to let you guys know, we are drinking cannabis infused sparkling water. So if we start mumbling our words or like being loopy, blame it on this, okay, you guys? The cannabis infused sparkling water, which is very delicious.
It is.
All right, the Chisme, you guys. Here it is. So a woman gets $1 million, or wants from Geico Insurance after getting an STD in a guy's car, y'all.
Oh, hell, fucking no.
Yes. Well, you know, there's people sue for like all types of crazy shit, right? Like, you know, a tree fell on their car or like they tripped over the side or whatever. But this woman is hooked up with a guy in his car, contracted an STD, and now the two engaged in sex, consensual sex, and she got HPV, which can cause cervical cancer. And so she still thinks that Geico should pay because the guy has a policy with them, and Geico has issued a motion to dismiss. You know, and I guess it's crazy the wording, you know, in these insurance things, but they issued a motion to dismiss, and they are checking their current policy language to keep this from happening again. So don't get no ideas, you guys. Geico is already changing their policies. And the Geico says that their insurance only covers injuries that happen out of the ownership and maintenance or use of the car. And this doesn't fit into that category. She tried. She was reaching and she tried. What? Have you guys ever, what are you shaking your head for?
Fucking everything, man. What?
People are like, I just need to make some money. Like, what?
I mean,
I've never heard that. I'd be embarrassed though. Like,
I'm sad that she got HPV.
Yes, of course.
But sue that fool that gave it to you.
Right.
Like, he probably ain't got shit. That's why she's going after Geico.
Right. That's why they were having sex in the car.
They can't even pay for the room.
They couldn't even get a hotel room. They couldn't even get a damn hotel room.
Bro.
No.
This is why you need to choose your partners wisely.
Yeah, for reals.
Do better.
For reals. All right. Do better. Another Chisme for you guys. I don't know if you guys heard this story, but it's been going around and it's like a really dope story. So this father actually petitions for period pains to be an excuse reason for school absences So a father from the United Kingdom has reached over 50,000 signatures after creating a petition inspired by his daughter who missed school due to severe menstrual cramps. Now, ladies, if you've ever had cramps, you know how bad they can get. Like, you don't even want to get out of bed. You're in like a fetal position. You're like, nobody look at me. Nobody talk to me. You know what I mean? Like how bad have you had them where like that you couldn't even like leave your bed?
I mean, there was a couple of times when I was younger, but always with my period, it was like, you're lying. Like, get your ass up. You're going to school. You know, even when you're at school, I think that's the bigger piece for me is that stigma that it's like, oh no, you're fucking lying. You're being dramatic. And it's like, you have no idea what this feels like.
At all.
You know, so good for that dad.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So apparently his daughter, who was 13, had to miss school due to painful period cramps. And just imagine at 13, you go from like not ever having cramps or periods to like now you're like, what is going on? Like, what is going on with my body? Now as we're older, we can kind of prepare, we know what to do. But when you're that age, you're like, what's going on? What, you know, and her dad is probably like freaking out, like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, how can I help you and stuff? So, and he probably saw how much pain she was, and you know, and he probably knows his daughter best, and knew like she's not kidding, like she's not faking it. But anyway, she had to miss school due to the painful period cramps. And he said that her school listed her absence as unauthorized. They didn't take it as an excuse. Like, so what? She has cramps, bring her back. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, this is some bull, you know what I mean? And we've worked at schools and we know how hard schools push for kids to be at school, because if your kid's absent, the school loses money in a sense, you know? So I get it, but come on, you guys, if we have to understand. And I love that a lot of schools now moving forward, they're going to give like, mental health days, right? We read the article not too long ago that some schools are going to be giving now mental health. So
that's good.
You know, I hope more schools start to understand and really take this into consideration as a real excuse, you know.
Can I do a timeout?
Of what?
So the fizzy kicking in, I kicked myself out of the YouTube stream. Can you let me in? I'm backstage.
Oh my God, I love it. When did you leave us?
I clicked to chat because I saw that there was movement, and then it was like, oh, bye.
Yo, the chat here is going lit. I didn't even see that.
I was actually looking at her and she just kept pounding. She's really going at it.
Yo, B, you gotta speak up.
B's like, damn, she high.
She all the way up
I'm
there.
drinking really slow because I know, and I'm like, I gotta host this show, y'all. And I'm looking at Nona, she tripping over here.
And I spilled half of it
on my arm, girl. I'm like, all right, slow down.
They're definitely easy to drink. So
they are
so
what's
easy.
Up, the chat.
Yeah, let us know what's going on.
Dre says, "Hey." And we got YoFit joining us for the first time. She said, finally catching ladies night.
Yes. Love it. I love it. Well, welcome you guys. We see you guys. Shout out to Dre Thompson. Yo. We see you guys in the chat. Keep sending us and showing us love. Oh, Caro Mommy's in there. I see you. Mommy? All right, y'all. I'm going to finish.
That's right, Nicolette. I am.
What did he say? Bro, Danny is a Giants fan. I'm heartbroken. I know. What the hell? Right. But the rest of us are Dodgers, so it's okay. Majority rules.
I got the backstory. He's forgiven on my end.
Do you want to share it?
Danny,
share? Why are you a Giants fan living in LA?
Yeah, wait, hold on. My first question, because I knew it was a Giants fan, right, on Wednesday. So I was like, wait, but are you from the Bay? And he's on no. And then I was like, more upset. But then he, you know.
Well, when my family moved from El Salvador to the States, one of the first cities that they moved into was San Francisco. And so at that time, they became fans of the 49ers and the Giants. And so growing up, I just, followed suit. I looked up to my uncles. Those were my male role models. So I was like, all right, they're fans. I'm going to become a fan.
I feel you.
It's not your fault.
But you're grown now. You can change your decision. You're not a little kid anymore.
You like that, Jackie coming in hard.
Oh my God, I'm just messing. Damn it, I'm just messing.
Twill says, "Girl, I'm a freak. You shouldn't say those things." Talking about us thinking of
Going naked?
people being naked. And then we have Canna Mommy joined us in the chat. What's up, Canna Mommy?
Hey, okay. Well, we'll wrap up the cheese man there. We'll end it there because I definitely want to get into more of what you got going on in the cannabis world over here. So let's go ahead and end it right there. All right, you guys. So as you guys know, this is Ladies Night Radio Show, and we have a special guest today. They are the new addition to the TGN Latinx family. I'm so excited to have them here, as our guests and welcome them because they're going to be on air starting October 18th, every Monday at 4:20 p.m. How can you forget that, right? So what can people expect from your show, Danny and B?
So what we really pride ourselves on is bringing people of color that are in the cannabis industry. We want to be able to create a platform to elevate their voices about all of the work that we're doing, share the story, share their experiences, and even as consumers as well, right? Like being able to try to figure out how can we change the stigmas, the negative stigma behind the plant by sharing these stories and sharing our experiences. So we're bringing in a lot of people that come in, and whether they're bud tenders, whether they're consumers, whether they're brand owners, whatever the case is, we're going to definitely have those folks in here to speak. And then we'll also be able to educate folks on, on whatever it is about the plant, whether it's from THC to CBD, different types of consumption, all kinds of things.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I am still learning about the difference of the CBD. Like, because my mom actually just bought a bunch of she got a big order of CBD gummies, and I was like, oh my god, my mom's really gonna get high, right? And I was like, Mom, what did you order? and she had ordered after she had dislocated her shoulder, and my dad around the time that my dad had scheduled surgery for his prostate. So last time he had surgery, he was in a lot of pain and stuff, so she got these gummies to help with the pain because none of our family really likes over-the-counter prescription medicine that the doctors give us. Because they gave her one Norco, I believe, and she did not like how she felt. Like she just felt so loopy. And she was like moody. So we're trying to go like natural, and she's been more open to like that. And she calls it the planta mala. That's what she calls it. And so so when she ordered this, she really thought she ordered la planta mala. So I'm like, Mom, did you really? So I'm like looking at it, and like I said, I don't know a lot about the cannabis, language. I just know that weed gets you high. And I know from my experience as an 18-year-old in college, eating a whole brownie edible, being super like, what is going on? I thought I was gonna die. So after like that, I was like, I kind of swore off weed. I was like, I'm never smoking. I'm not doing nothing because I had such a trippy experience. But I think it was more not having the knowledge, not having the information. Like,
for sure.
And back then it was not legal, so people would make it at their house, and you didn't know how much they were putting in. Danger, right? And now a lot of times it tells you, and like for example, this one right here, it only has 10 milligram, and so you have to also know what your body can take. It's like when you start drinking alcohol, you're like, okay, 3 beers, I'm good, like I'm tipsy. Anything more than 3 beers, I'm like done. I'm like crazy bee, you know what I mean? Or I'm like, and there's a point that my friends call me Tequila Jacks because they're like, oh, here comes Tequila Jacks, because I start getting like tipsy, I'm like, oh, she turned it up. But your point when it comes to alcohol. So it's like you have to learn how much intake you can take when it comes to cannabis too. That's what I'm learning now as an adult though. But imagine as an 18-year-old, a kid, people just handing me shit, and I'm just like, sure, okay, let me try it. Everybody else trying it, right? Let me everybody's having fun. Let me try it. And I remember it was just 4 of us, but we had a brownie, and I was like, I can't taste nothing because you think it's supposed to happen instant. No, that shit hits you an hour later. Yeah. And
that's fuck up.
And it and I killed that motherfucking brownie, bro. Because that brownie was good. That shit was like at least this long and like thick. And I was like, this brownie's good. I was like, I taste a little bit of the weed, but I don't feel nothing. I felt that shit in an hour.
Oh yeah.
And it lasted a long ass time, I bet too.
Right. Yes. Yeah. They had to put me to sleep because I thought I was gonna die. They're like, shh, just go to sleep. Close your eyes. They put a blanket over me.
Listen.
Close the door.
That's why some of the best memes are these edibles ain't shit memes, right? Because everyone's like, nah, these edibles ain't shit. And then 10 minutes later, you're to the curb.
Done.
Yeah. Man. But okay, speaking of, because I know I just shared my like first experience with weed. And it's funny because in college, shout out to CISA, and I went to Northridge. I was kind of talking to somebody who was like I didn't even know it at the time, the plug for the weed. So like we're hanging out and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to my boy's house. And then obviously I got it, but I was like, oh, you the plug. Okay. And so he always had weed on him, but I never really smoked it, especially after that brownie incident. But I gotta go around the room. Lord, let's start next with you. When was like your first experience? How was your first experience with weed?
I was just sharing this story with Keith the other day. I was 13. It was the summertime. I was 13.
I was still like a late bloomer at 18 over
No,
here.
I was 13, and you know, I live in El Sereno, so El Sereno stress was man, it was garbage. It was legit garbage. I never smoked before, but my neighbor, he's like 2 years older than me, decided, hey, you want to try it? And I was like, sure. He got an aluminum can, real ghetto, right? Fucking Sereno, boo. And he did some shit with it. It made a little, you know, whatever the fuck. And we smoked out of an aluminum can. And I feel really ratchety saying that, but that was my first time.
That was it, right?
Can I just tell you, I've never done that. Oh shit! Until recently, I'll share that story. Let's bookmark it. Where's the Skype? Oh, here it goes. What's going on? You're on with Ladies Night Radio Show. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Ooh, on air. This is Mr. T calling from Granada Hill.
Oh, Mr. T. What's good?
Yo, I had to call in because you were talking about the first time you had edible brownies and that same shit.
See, I know I'm not the only one
going on.
I know.
Must have been like 19, I think. I went to a party with some older friends, and there was a plate of brownies. And I'm like, hey, brownies at a party? I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm going. I love me some chocolate.
Right, me too.
And they're like, maybe you should probably slow down on those. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's like, those have a little special extra ingredient. My dumb young ass is like, what? What are you talking about? Those are weed brownies.
He's like, walnuts. I can taste it.
Whatever.
Cinnamon.
It is my brownies. I'm all paranoid, like, oh, what's going to happen? But nothing happens. I'm like, all right, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half later on the car ride home, that trip happened almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what came over me, the ghost of humor. I couldn't stop laughing for the 30-minute ride home. I was hurting. I was crying. I was like,
you were
I want to stop laughing, but I can't. I was almost crying because it hurt. My sides hurt. My face hurt from laughing. I had to put some shades on, and like I must have drank 2 gallons of water. It was all bad.
You see?
Yeah.
And can I ask you though, how did you stop smoking weed altogether after that, or just stop fucking with edibles?
That was my first time. The second time I smoked with Veronica Chavita, and I never partook again ever. I did it because it was the first time to smoke. Hated it. I felt like I was gonna explode on fire. My throat was like a volcano. I was like, nope. Yeah. This weed thing, not for me. Not for me.
That was
2 times ever, and that's it.
That was me too.
Twill, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but listen.
Now, if you can find me, if you can find a vaporizer that gives me the lulls, I'm in.
Right.
Yeah. It all depends on how you try it. There's so many different ways. The ways that you've tried it were probably not for you, especially considering you had all of those brownies. But don't.
But I'm glad that he brings this up because again, this isn't my story, Twill's story. It's everybody's story. It happens to so many of us, especially back in the days because we had no knowledge, because we had to hide it because it was illegal. So now that it's so open, it's like no, people talk about it more. They're like, and they have like what I love about it is that they put the ingredients and how much amount is on everything. So
the dosage.
The dosage, and that's what I appreciate. Important. So we're at a different time, but thanks Twill for sharing that story. I love that.
Bye. I'll see you in the chat.
Okay, bye.
And we'll see you in episode 200, Twill.
Yes.
Hey, live.
But yeah, you guys, there's so many stories out there like that, and so I love that your show is going to be talking about stuff like that. So, really quick, we got to talk about your first times. You got to share it. How old are you, B?
Yeah, I was young. I was like 13, probably. 14.
Damn, see, I'm the old one.
I mean, I'm from the hood in K-Town and everything. So when I tried it the first time, I was in love. Like I loved it. But then I left it for a while, picked it up later on, as an adult. And I'm like 20, almost 30 at that point. I had an edible and it was the worst experience.
See,
It was a worse experience, and I was like, never again. Didn't touch it again. And then then we started working together and started picking it up a little. I was like, oh, I can manage this when I know what I'm taking.
yeah.
And taking it in small dosages.
Mhm.
That part, yeah.
And what was your first thing that you had for weed? Was it an edible or the
Weed, the flower.
flower?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Danny?
It was inedible.
That was your first thing ever.
First thing.
Was it a brownie?
Well, no. The first thing was I smoked the flower, but when I first tried, I didn't feel anything. Maybe I just didn't do it right, but it was one of those situations where I was just scared. I
Yeah.
was scared someone's gonna see me, catch me, so I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
I did it. I'm good. I did it. But the bad trip was inedible, and we were at, I was like 10 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
We were at Big Wang's in downtown.
Yep.
Celebrating
Big
someone's birthday.
Ways. They closed that down.
Did they?
Yeah.
Dang. We were there for Wednesday night karaoke, and someone's birthday, and they had little cake pops.
Oh,
And
shit.
I just thought it was like, it was a birthday,
Right,
so I thought it was
yeah.
a birthday cake pop. So I had the cake pop, and we're still drinking. We're playing beer pong throughout the night, and when we're driving home, I'm in the back seat. My brother's driving with his girl, and then I tell him, guys, we're on the freeway. I'm like, guys, I think someone spiked my drink. And they were like, what? Who would want to spike your drink? I was like,
Wow.
there was people there, guys. And they were like, did you have that the cake pop? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, you're fucking high. And I was like, ah, shit, because I started feeling my body like just heavy.
Yeah.
I felt the blood rushing through my veins. I was just tripping the fuck out, man. It was bad.
Yeah.
And like even then after that, I waited for a while. Like I didn't want to do that shit again
Right.
for a minute. And then I did it again, watching Star Wars. We went to the theater,
Yeah.
watched Star Wars, and I was in that fucking shit.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in that shit.
He was flying with the
I
chair.
was
He's
in
like,
that
oh
hyper down.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane. But
That's dope.
after that I knew like I just gotta regulate myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I feel like I've had worse experiences now as an adult than I did like when I was younger, because I also like to experiment, and it's like how your body reacts to certain things when you try something new. Like when I tried the liquid THC, there was like a lemonade, some shit. They poured me a shot, and I felt what you said, but it was like instantly, like I took the shot, and within like 3 minutes. Have you guys ever like been in the hospital and got morphine?
Yeah. You feel
That's what it fucking felt like.
Yeah.
Like from the top of my
Mhm.
head all the
Yeah.
way down to my body. And I was like, you guys, I feel so fucking hot right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, you look good, girl. I was like, no, that's not what I meant. We were about to go to a bar, and I just like, I knew I was fucking done.
Yeah.
After that, and I was done for a good like 3 hours.
Damn. Now as an adult, like
Yeah,
That's
that's because
crazy.
it was. I don't remember how many milligrams it was, and I'm usually solid with 10. 10
Yeah.
anything, I'm good.
yeah.
Right? I could smoke, I can drink at the same time, no problem. 10, 15 even. I think they said it was 10, but everything hits you. So for me, like
Right.
I could tell the difference between like oil and butter and like liquid, whatever, no. So I've had more bad experiences like recently, I
Yeah.
would say.
So working in the industry, because you've been in the industry for how long now? How many years?
Going on five and a half.
Okay. So what's like something that you have learned along the way? Like that you think that people should know, or that you know?
One of the biggest things that I learned on the legal side of things is big brands, let's say like I don't know, like your heavy hitters of the world, or
Okay.
if a big brand doesn't have a farm, if they don't own a farm, then they're probably purchasing from a small farm. And so small brand, like let's say you want to start a brand, right? But
Okay.
you don't have a farm, you could be purchasing the same flower from the same farm that a big buying their farm. And so as a consumer, you don't know that, right? And so
Mm,
as a consumer, for those that maybe want to support small business, small farms, small family owned companies,
Mhm.
you want to look into those things, because that's taken away from your money. You're buying the same damn flour, same damn shit as
Mhm.
the big brands, and they're making profits
Right.
out of it. They're making big money,
Yeah.
and the same money that you could be making as a small brand.
Damn,
I think
that's
that's one of the
crazy.
biggest things that I learned over the last few years.
That's crazy. What were you gonna say something, B?
No.
Oh, okay. That's insane. So, I mean, that's pretty common now. People are kind of starting their own brands now, like more now that it's legal.
Yeah. I mean, you can start your own brand, like just like anyone. But in order for you to get your stuff out legally, you need to go through a licensed facility. You need to go through a
Mm.
licensed manufacturer, a licensed distribution to get into a licensed dispenser.
So, is Said Connects a brand?
We are.
I think it's your phone.
I'm
Yeah.
muted.
Go
We're
ahead.
we're not a brand that you can find at any shops right now.
Okay.
We're we're building the brand as a show right now.
Okay. Got it. That's dope. Because you're connected with a lot of brands out there. I've noticed.
Yeah. I've made a lot of connections, especially through Clubhouse. Made a
Clubhouse.
lot of
I mean,
connections. A few folks that are in the chat line, the Kanamami that was on there. Shout out to Lisa and Timo. They're a brand out there. Seventh
shout them
Wave.
out. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
if they're
They're Latino owned, Salvadoreños.
Yeah.
Hey, you're Salvi? Okay.
Yeah. And so shout them out, and along with the ones who gave us a drink here, the Fizz,
Yes.
What
Jesse
up?
Alvarez out of Oakland,
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you.
Bianca,
Alvarez.
and we had a clubhouse room, Latinos in Cannabis. We wanted to definitely be able to reach out to different Latinos that are in the space,
That's dope.
doing the work, and really just trying to promote themselves.
So obviously, like you guys have this with cannabis. What made you kind of like really make like career your main focus on it?
The money. Well, when I first got into it, I got into it through the food industry.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I really got into it through the food industry. Shout out.
A talent and an art
Yeah.
to do something like that.
Yeah, you definitely want to start with those low dosages, because we would be pushing out 3-4 course meals, right? So we don't want to we want to make sure that the customers come back,
Yeah,
Right.
Of course.
If we get them too high and have those negative experiences we were just talking about, they're not going to call us back
Right.
for some more. And so making sure that we give them low dosages, where myself and Julia, when we were out serving, we're keeping an eye on them. And if we notice that, oh, yo, she's getting too high, we'll let chef know in the back, like,
Right.
let's bring down the dosage for her next course, just so that we can continue.
That's dope. I love
is
that.
dope.
It's gonna happen.
Did you enter? There you go. So sorry if you guys got disconnected or whatnot. I think the Wi-Fi was on. We have to make sure that the Wi-Fi is off. That's what it was. But yeah, that's crazy. And I love that you guys are gonna educate people really quick. So I wanted to go back to what I was talking about when my mom bought the gummies, the
Yeah.
CBD. So she got CBD gummies, but I looked at the THC and said 0. So she's not going to get high with those. It's right.
Right.
There's no.
Yeah.
The THC is
The
what
THC
gets
is
you
the
the high.
psychoactive properties. Yep.
Okay. So what is it? So is like the gummy kind of like a Tylenol where you don't feel like, like obviously when you take an Advil, it takes your cramps away, like, for the ladies, your headache or whatever. But you obviously don't feel anything. Is it like that? Is that what the gummies are kind of doing
With CBD?
with the CBD?
Yeah. Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Essentially what's going on. I mean,
Okay.
like I said, the THC brings a psychoactive activity, and that's where you'll then start to feel those other properties. But the CBD counteracts that. So if you have products where you'll see the 1-to-1, or you may see more of a CBD ratio versus a THC ratio, like you won't feel as much of those effects, and you'll still get the medicinal properties from the CBD.
Got it. Okay. And I apologize, you guys, if these are dumb questions, but I really do not know much about the cannabis world. So that's why I'm really glad that you guys are here
for sure.
educating people on that. And I also noticed that you had like your daughter in the video when you were like, what is this? You're like, oh, that's daddy's medicine.
Yeah.
And I love that you're already kind of introducing that into their world, so that like, they're educated, so that they're not tontos like us at 18, 13, eating a whole ass brownie, you know what I mean? And
right.
all of that.
And that, I mean, I personally feel that that's one of the ways that we're going to eliminate stigma, right?
Right.
In the home, having the conversations in home, and from an early age. And if you were to go to the house, like, we have flour everywhere, all over the house. So it's everywhere. It's visible. We're not hiding it from them.
Right.
It's there to see. So
have they ever like tried to take it, eat it, or nothing? It doesn't catch their attention, right? Because you've put it in front of their faces.
It's there. Yeah.
Like my 2 nieces are always at my house. They live right next to me, and we have a bowl in the coffee table where it's just like edibles or anything like that. It doesn't exist to them. They see it and it's like, okay, I know that I can't touch that.
Okay. At what age do you think it would be appropriate, or like that you guys would recommend, like your kids, your nieces, or kids in general, to start, or it just depends?
It depends. The way I handle, I'm very involved with my nieces, and so the way we've always handled things, at least with them, is knowing where they're at. Like when they make questions, is because they're curious. So why not address it, or simply say, well, baby, I don't think you're ready for that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe in a year, if you ask me again, then we'll talk about it then, but we're not ready for that right now.
Yeah, I just recently had a talk with my 12-year-old about it. We talked about it even like before, but it's recently come up again. And, just being straight with her, just telling her, like, there's different types of drugs out there.
Yeah.
Right. So having that conversation and understanding, like, your body's still developing. So your body's still developing. Like, yeah, in the future, yeah, you can take it.
Yeah.
Down the line. That's fine. When you're ready for that, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where you can go, where you can get the right stuff. I even told you, I think I want to say it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I was like, and I work there. By the time you're 21, like, I might be owning some shit. You'll probably be working with me too.
There you go.
It is 21, right? Not 18.
It's 21.
21
recreationally, where you can walk in, show your ID. Medically, you can have it at 18. And before 18, as long as it's prescribed through a doctor and parent consent, medically, then you're able to also consume.
I did read an article, I forgot how long ago, but it was something about this mom was trying to get for like their younger child who had cancer.
Yeah.
And so, that can just is a whole different story too, and a whole thing. But like, do you think that like kids who are cancer patients should be able to have access to that?
Yeah, I believe they do. I mean, I think a lot of them do, as long as they have that doctor's note and the doctor's prescription. A lot of them already are going through that. Also, children with that suffer through epilepsy.
Yeah.
I've seen a few articles that has definitely helped with that.
Were you going to say something?
No, I was, that's the big piece.
Yeah.
That's the part of the education, right? That it's not just something for fun or recreation or to relax, but there's a lot of medicinal properties in it for sure. And so my son just turned 13 and he came outside the other day and my sisters and I were about to smoke. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, fuck it. He's 13. I was like, "We're going to smoke." And he was like, like the look of dare on his face. When you're a kid, like dare to keep kids off drugs or whatever.
Yeah.
but it opened a good conversation, for us to have. And that whole thing came up, the age thing. It's like, well, 21, your brain is still developing, like, but not having a stigma. And I've taught them from being really young, like, because my kids have always been like, oh my God, do we know people who do drugs? And
They
I'm like,
do.
yeah, everybody,
do.
like everybody who, when you have a headache, you have to take some from even younger and not even talking about it explicitly, right? Because there is still such a stigma with people who smoke.
For
like
sure.
deadbeats, losers, all that kind of stuff. It's like we're gonna keep smoking all the way to the bank.
There you go.
I mean, at the same time too, it's like you were saying that you just have it out there and the kids already know, like, don't touch it. It's like the same thing. Like, obviously they're gonna see wine, they're gonna see beer. You can't touch that. It's there. It's in the fridge.
Yeah.
Cold one, go grab a cold one for your dad or your mom. Go bring me a cerveza, una corona, whatever. So it's there.
Right.
So it should. I think you guys are just talking about that. It's kind of like it's just a norm, and it makes them not even like want to like go and like hide from it, or they know that you've made it so comfortable they can ask you questions.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, what was one of the questions that your daughter asked during these conversations?
Do you smoke? When did you start smoking? And so here's the thing, and we were just talking about this too. Like, what would be great is if I have you on an episode. And she
That
was
would
like,
be
"What?"
great.
I'm like, yeah, but I won't have you on camera or anything.
Right.
It's just gonna be the camera's gonna be on.
The smallest things are bad words and everything. And then one of them, I knew they were holding that, the F bomb. And then I was just like, go ahead, go ahead. And she's like, yeah, I know it. And then I was like, say it. And then she said, I was like, all right, but don't say it in front of adults or at school, you're gonna get in trouble.
Right. Exactly.
So just opening up that fact, like, oh man, I can ask any question at this point and I get it hall pass. I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
I love it because it just opens up such an authentic relationship between adults and kids, because so many times we treat kids like, oh, no saben or whatever, but it's like they're absorbing everything. I was literally at like a friend's house yesterday for a birthday, and my son's in the other room and he hears his name and he was like, oh, someone had a question for me. And I was like, this will be ear hustling the whole time.
I mean, when you think about it, like you were probably 12, 11, and you're hearing all the conversations the adults are having. You're pretending like you're not listening, but you're listening to everything.
Yeah.
And so it's so easy for us to think like, oh, they're just kids. And I was like, nope.
Yeah, they're listening. That's crazy. We're gonna go ahead and put a pause on that. We're gonna start going into our next segment. I do want to tell everybody though, I did notice that we were freezing. I hope we're all back on all of your cameras. Do you want to sign into yours real quick? I know.
I says I'm backstage.
Oh, you're backstage.
Yeah.
Get in here, girl. I promise you it's not me. I promise you it's not me, y'all.
That's the internet, guys.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go into our next segment real quick. It's Ride the Vibe with Goddess Lore.
Hey, happy Friday, familia. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping that our boys in blue have got their bats going. The prayers are real, guys. Send the love. The card that we have pulled for today is the Siren, and it is from our archetype deck. It is the Temptress, the Seducer, the Femme Fatale. The Siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost. This song is just everything right now. We've I'm a little high.
Oh my god. Oh my
Woo!
God.
Okay. This song is definitely an alluring song for me for personal reasons, but okay. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters, and the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent, much like cannabis. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we must, resisting the call may not even be an option, unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. This is such a great card. And this weekend, I want to invite you to get lost in the siren. Allow that one thing to seduce you, to allow you to go deep. Like, I'm talking really deep. Get some fizzy drinks, get your pipe, whatever, and allow yourself to take that trip this weekend to go down into the abyss of your mind, of your body, and just see what it's going to reveal itself. Because sometimes we have to take that detour, because it brings us back. It reels us into the things that are important and it puts us on track. And it's good to every now and then go deep into our thoughts, deep into our mind, and deep into our body and see what's there and explore. So this weekend, allow yourself to get lost in that siren vibe. Put on that one song, baby, that you know is going to get you in the right headspace, and just take a trip. This was Goddess Lore asking you, what vibe do you want to ride? Fucking song, Jackie. So perfect.
I honestly, we didn't even talk about what
Didn't.
song. My
I
bad.
saw you Googling Anderson and I was like, fuck, I didn't give her a song.
Go into the chat real quick, Lode. What's going on in there?
Oh my gosh. So everybody's saying that they lost us, they came back, couldn't find us, but we're here. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Twill says he was tripping for a second. We have the trifecta in the house. Joe, Jaime, and Twill. It's like the gang is back together getting ready for episode 200. And in our YouTube channel, we have Dre, who says, my aunt gave me my first joint at 14. Laugh out loud.
Wow.
And then he said, dabs question. Oof.
Ooh, I did try that.
Nope, never.
But very, very light. I did, because I'm a lightweight, and I was hanging out with somebody who that's all they do is dab, 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 dab. I never seen it before. This person was fully prepared, had a torch, little hand torch, little thing, and they knew that I don't really smoke, so they're like, Jackie, do it really light, like just a tap, like tap and pull back. Like, they were making me nervous, and I was like, okay, let's just tap it. Yeah. And so I did. I tried it, and it they were tapping away. I only did like maybe 2 taps light, and I was good. But man, what I saw what it could do to you, it takes y'all out. Like, y'all just vibing when it comes to that.
Yeah, I've seen big ass motherfuckers fucking dab and hit the ground. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that one. First base trip with another couple. I was the driver and they hotboxed me the whole 5-hour drive.
5 hours. name 3 foods that are green.
Broccoli, asparagus.
Eh.
damn.
What?
I just be having weed on my mind. Like I was gonna say flour. I'm high for sure.
I see. Lorna, are you on here twice? Or no,
I don't know no, Danny and B are on there twice.
that is so funny. I don't know what's going on.
We've been losing power everywhere because even in our regular chat, they lost us too.
Yeah, you guys, I'm really sorry. I do not know why these cameras
Thanks,
ripping.
Thanks, 12.
He says he's literally
Literally
vegetables.
any
I
vegetable.
am.
I am.
Down.
Down.
Mute.
Oh, there.
No worries. Okay, be really quick. Are you ready? You have 5 seconds to name 3 pizza toppings. Go.
Pepperoni, mushrooms, and bell peppers.
Ooh, okay, bitch. I
She
came
be a
to
professional
play.
cannabis consumer.
Okay. Let's see. Danny.
Yeah.
Name 3 other ways to say the word poop.
Oh, damn. Caca, doo-doo, and number 2.
I thought you were gonna say shit first or something like that.
I didn't even think of that.
Damn, B is like cool as a cucumber, and we're like, you know why? Because that question, like when you get high, you want munchies. Like I don't ever think of having vegetables when I have the munchies, but pizza.
I just because we're running low on time, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it. But we're gonna go ahead and go into our last segment of the night. It is our cheer segment. Yeah, this is pretty much where you share something you're proud of, you give yourself some love, or just a little win that you had this week. You're gonna give yourself a cheers or what's giving you life. Yeah. I'll drink to that, Lore.
Yes,
What do you want to give a cheers to, or what's giving you life?
Man, this week I want to give a cheers to my son who just turned 13, Joaquin. Man, I'm so proud of that kid. He's super chill. He's so kind, just loving. He's just amazing. He's got a funny ass sense of humor. I wonder where he gets that from.
You have a 13-year-old.
Bitch, I have a teenager in my house. My God. He didn't want to turn 13. He's like, I don't want to grow up. Like, so I got him a Polaroid camera. Capture the memories with this old fossil of a camera. And he was really happy. He's really emo. So I got him a flannel and a Polaroid and he was good. So love you, papas.
Oh, I love that. All right, B, what do you want to give a cheers to, or what's giving you life this week?
Just thinking about I'm heading out to Lake Tahoe soon, so
What?
yeah. I'm newlywed, and so
What? Congratulations.
Where's your other half? Not your other half, girl, because you a whole. Where's your,
yeah, she's definitely a homebody. So she gets
okay.
off of work, and gotta respect that.
Yep.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
So yeah, just excited for that.
Oh, that's dope.
exciting.
That's really dope.
So we've been together for 22 years.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's huge.
That is
B.
huge.
Yeah.
There you go. Shout out Thelma. Shout out Thelma.
22.
Yeah, 22 years. So you know what? Things just get better once she's my best friend. She's my best friend, so things just get better.
I love that.
The one thing I can say is this: a lot of people have been asking me that, and it's just like it feels sweeter. That's what it is.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's dope. Well, congratulations to you guys. 22
Yes.
years. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Shout out
thanks.
to y'all. Danny, what do you want to give a cheers to, or what's giving you life?
The fact that we're here right now in this moment. CED_connects. And our show will be again live starting Monday, October 18th
Hey,
at 4:20 p.m.
Hey, I'm so excited. This is gonna be dope. I'm definitely gonna be checking out your show because I need to learn more. Because honestly, as an adult, like now, I've been really using it more and understanding what I'm doing and asking the questions that I need to ask. Right. So I literally like have like a really bad back pain right now. I self-diagnosed myself that I have sciatic because of the, I like literally Google and like it's like a pinched nerve. It feels like all the way down my leg.
Have you tried oils?
I've tried oils, body butters, gummies have been helping, and now the pre-rolls. I'm slowly because I was scared of weed. I'm not gonna lie. I was really scared of it after that really bad trip back when I was 18, and I would just tell I'm good, and I don't mind it. I don't mind the smell. I don't mind people around do it. It was just more of my fear of feeling like that again. And now as an adult, I feel way more comfortable. Yeah. I'm building my tolerance and learning what I can take or not. So. But yeah, I'm so happy you guys are gonna be joining us. Who's gonna be running the board between you two?
She is.
I like how they looked at each other like
weird. But that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. We're gonna be really looking forward to your show. Everybody on the network is super excited, you guys. You got everybody pumped.
Yeah, no, we're definitely excited, and I'm happy to even be here just to part of everything. Like you said, you guys open up the office now, and so to be a part of the start of that, and even just start of Latinx, the TJ and Latinx, and it was what, 3 months?
Yeah,
3 months.
3 months in.
So yeah, I'm excited to be a part of this and to start this off and go on this journey with you guys.
Man, this is so dope. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I just want to thank you guys. Did you guys plug out your Instagrams if you want to be found?
Be Love City at Instagram.
Okay.
And my personal one is dfaith_18. I don't even know, but follow said CED_connects.
CED connects, you guys. CED_connects. Yes, make sure you follow them. I also tagged them on our Instagram. Make sure you guys follow Ladies Night Radio Show on Instagram, and you can follow me at mysterious.jax. Lodi, where can I find you?
At Lotus Hustle on Instagram.
Did you have something to say before we exit out? I thought you were going to say something. How high are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really good.
I feel like it's just like kicking in right now for me.
It's just
like I'm vibing right now.
Yeah.
So I'm glad y'all didn't get to see me act a fool. I hope y'all enjoyed Lode going nuts over here. If you missed the show in the beginning, go rewind and watch. You'll see her spill all her drink on my arm. But I'm so excited, you guys. If you're just tuning in, we will be having our 200th live audience episode October 22nd. It's a Friday night. Audience public, and I don't know when the next one is gonna be, so make sure y'all come out. Well, that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Please share us with your friends and your family. I am your host, Mysterious Jax. This is my girl co-host Goddess Lode. This is Ladies Night Radio Show, and just remember one thing, ladies. You are enough. Yes, baby. And to take us out today is gonna be some Dr. Dre. Just because it's the right mood for the topic.
It's the right move when they're gonna be at the Super Bowl.
Yes, I like that. That's right. All right, we'll see you guys at the next one.
Perfection is perfected, so my let them understand from a young G's perspective. And before me dig on a bitch, I have to find the contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning her man and learning her man.
And at the same